Did you know some of the most common items you use every day were never meant to exist? That's right. Today we're counting down the top 10 everyday items that were total accidents. Number 10. The microwave. One day in 1945, Percy Spencer, an engineer, was working on radar technology and noticed a candy bar in his pocket melted. Curious, he tried placing popcorn kernels next to the machine, and bam! Popcorn everywhere. Soon after, he realized he'd stumbled upon microwave technology. Your leftover pizza is forever grateful. Number 9. Post-it notes. Back in the 1970s, a chemist named Spencer Silver was trying to make a super strong adhesive, but instead, he ended up with one that barely stuck at all. Years later, a colleague, Arthur Fry, used the weak glue to mark pages in his hymn book, and the post-it note was born. Number 8. Popsicles. An 11-year-old boy named Frank Epperson left a drink with a stir stick on his porch one chilly night in 1905. The next morning it was frozen solid. He licked the icy treat and the popsicle was invented. Years later, Frank patented the idea and started selling them. Number 7. The Slinky. Engineer Richard James was working on a tension spring to stabilize equipment on ships when he accidentally knocked it over. To his surprise, the spring walked down a stack of books. After a bit of tweaking, the Slinky became an instant toy sensation. Number 6. Superglue. Dr. Harry Coover was looking for materials to make clear gun sights during World War II, but ended up with a super sticky substance that stuck everything together. It was shelved for years until he realized it could be marketed as a quick adhesive. Superglue became a household staple. Number 5. Cornflakes. Brothers John and Will Kellogg were trying to make a new type of bread when they accidentally left cooked wheat out. When they tried rolling it, it crumbled into flakes. They toasted it, and a breakfast classic was born. Number 4. Velcro. So, Swiss engineer George de Mistral was hiking one day when he noticed burrs sticking to his clothes. He examined them under a microscope and discovered the hooks on the burrs were perfect for sticking to loops. After years of experiments, he created Velcro. Number 3. Potato chips. In 1853, Chef George Crumb had a customer who kept sending his fried potatoes back, saying they were too thick. Frustrated, Crumb sliced the potatoes super thin, fried them to a crisp, and the customer loved them. And that's how the potato chip was born. Number 2. Penicillin. One of the biggest medical discoveries ever was an accident. Sir Alexander Fleming left out a petri dish of bacteria, and when he came back he noticed mold had killed off the bacteria around it. That mold became the first antibiotic, saving millions of lives. Number 1. Coca-Cola. In the 1880s, John Pemberton was trying to make a cure for headaches. He ended up with a sugary syrup that, when mixed with soda water, became the world's most famous drink. Coca-Cola was never supposed to be a soft drink, but we're all pretty glad it turned out that way. So, the next time you pick up a Post-it heat up food in the microwave or sip on an ice-cold Coke, remember that some of the best inventions were never supposed to happen. If you enjoyed this list, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite accidental invention.